This is Rock and Roll Grad School with your hosts, Heidi Hedquist and Luke Poling. Would you like us to assign someone to worry your mother?
Hello, kitties. We are going to have a real good time together. We are talking with Sasha, I'm going to mess this up, Prendes, I think is how you say it.
I think so.
I think that's how I recorded it in all the tags, so it's going to have to do.
Yes, she can fix it if we're
She can't
wrong.
fix it, yes. But she has a lovely single, dare we say, jam of the summer, perhaps?
It is a summer jam for sure.
And so that is a lot of fun. And yeah, so enjoy that. A few other things, sort of updates. I feel like this is the part of church where at the end they all stand up and go over their announcements. Two things of interest. One, I just received this in the mail. I'm very excited. Pledging my time.
Nice.
It is, I don't know if you're familiar, Ray Paget has a lovely Substack account all about, bless you, sorry to keep you up, about Bob Dylan. And he has a running series where he interviews people who played with Dylan, be it for one show or an entire tour, etc. And he just collected the best of the interviews and then some more about all of that that's in there. It's includes everyone from Benmont Tench and the Heartbreakers to the Soy Bomb guy. So really,
nice.
You need anyone else?
I mean, that covers the gamut.
It really does. But then the other one, I feel like this might be more up your alley. I don't know. I just found out about this the other day. So in I think it was 2000, Bunny Carlos started a CD series, and there's 4 of them. I think it's called like Bunny's Boots or something like that. And they are incredibly lo-fi, low quality packaging, sort of a bootleg series type thing of collections of songs that he put together. So one is all of covers that Cheap Trick played in the first 20, 30 years of their existence. So in the past 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, he has an account on YouTube called Bunny's Bootlegs.
Okay.
And he is posting entire shows, just the audio, all throughout the era of Cheap Trick. Very nicely done. He has a great one that's up now. It's not even, I mean, it's a bootleg, but he took 3 different, so apparently they were working on Dream Police since the first album, if not earlier. And he put together a 10-minute mix of 2 or 3 different jam sessions and writing sessions where you can hear them slowly tease Dream Police out of this noise.
Okay.
So if you're interested in such things, and then all the other stuff he's posted, all the stuff he's posted is really good sound quality. And so you can spend a little bit of time in Venezuela.
Or a lot of time.
Or a lot of time in Venezuela if you're so interested.
Probably a lot of time.
Yeah. So that's that got me down a whole Cheap Trick bootleg.
That's amazing.
Rabbit hole last night. So,
and I mean, bootleg from the man himself is pretty awesome.
Right. And you know, if he's got it, if he's held on to it, it's something worth checking out.
Yes, agreed.
Another good way to spend your summer.
I mean, right by the pool.
Yeah, put on Sasha's single.
Yes.
Put on Shake This, and then also listen to Bunny in between.
I mean, I think that sounds fantastic.
I know. As the man said, who could ask for anything more?
Who could ask for anything more?
Dale, enséñame cómo es bailar. Break it down. I've been like kinda hiding, like improvising, my own demising. Felt like only waves of sadness.
I was just saying how much I need a headshot like you have on your little thing.
It's the best. There was a lot of work went into that.
Yeah, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah, it's
it's
a great shot.
You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for making the time.
Yes.
We edit this all later, so if there's anything you want to rephrase or anything like that, we can go back and try again.
Okay.
Congratulations on the single. It's a lot of
Yes.
fun.
It is very fun. I was just rocking out to it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
The summer pop, you know?
for
I was like,
sure.
I needed to get myself dancing. And so did my producer, D. Lawrence. He was like, all the negativity that we carried on from the winter. He was like, we just need to shake this. And so literally woke up the next day and recorded the song. It was awesome.
Perfect.
Hilarious.
And I love the way the tempo kind of, or not the tempo, but the beat kind of drops out and comes back, and like it shifts a bit, which I feel like is not usually in pop music.
Right? It's not like this very like sequential formula that has been, universally accepted across like all pop music. And he just tries to switch it up, which is really cool. And like the moment where Sadier comes in with his Spanish rap, it's like, okay, this is cool. It's very like, it's like a surprise.
I have to admit, I'm a little let down you didn't describe it as shaking it up, but I'll let it slide.
Can I get away with being cheesy like that?
Please.
We do.
Yes.
We try.
That's all we do.
We tried to shake it up, So funny. You guys
That
are so
song
cute.
is so hooky. I just can't shake it. Like there's so
Yeah, there
many
you go.
things
That's
we can
good.
do.
Yeah.
We'll just do the whole conversation.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm sure
I love
listeners would just think that's great.
Yeah.
That's why they
You
listen.
guys will love it.
And it's such an interesting, it seems like a song that in many ways only you could do, kind of reading your bio and knowing your story. Like, and that's the thing that's kind of interesting about it. Like you hear singles by other people and you hear records by other people, and there's sometimes a bit of a blandness and sort of like a cookie cutter style to it. And this very much feels like your own thing, the way you work Spanish into it and it goes back and forth in English. Was that something you've always done in your music? Is that sort of bilingual side of things?
Yes. Yeah. So there are several songs from my last projects before working with Age Alive where I would have Spanglish, I would incorporate, little phrases and things that my family and I say to one another, and, would find a way to kind of sneak it in. And then I have another song called Me Siento Sola, which is like 75% in Spanish. So I've definitely been like embracing that side of me more. But this is the best because it's like pop, it's positive, it's fun, and I get to bring both cultures together. Because before this, I was definitely writing more like sad girl vibes, like sad girl music,
which is
we all
great
need it.
too.
We all need it.
Yes, we
But
do.
then, after a few years, it's like, okay, I'm not really like sad anymore. So
Right, done with
I
that.
should probably switch it up. But yeah, no, I love incorporating Spanish into my music, and that was kind of the first thing that me and Dee collaborated on. Where I was like, hey, like my family's from Cuba, I speak Spanish, like I'm all American, but I'm both, and I say we bring it together. And he was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So that was definitely like decided right off the jump.
Because it just sounds prettier. I'm sorry, but Spanish is just prettier
much,
than
yeah.
English. It just is.
And when
I
you
love
say
it.
all American, like you are from the heartland, Kansas.
Oh, yeah.
Like that is,
Yes.
I don't want to say that's real American, but like that is
Well,
no joke.
It's Dorothy's America.
That's
so
true. Good point.
it counts.
Marilyn Monroe, Norma Jean.
Yes. I
Yeah.
mean, also very important.
Yeah. When I say, sorry, someone just keeps ringing me. When I say all American, I mean like the quintessential country song, football games on Friday nights and going out and bonfires and running around barefoot with your friends and like drinking in cornfields. Like we did that,
And what was it from that took you to like, I'm gonna be a pop superstar?
Since I was a little girl, I always felt like that was my destiny. I just remember being like, I'm gonna be a pop star. Had no idea how to do it. And I'm so grateful, the way my life has worked out in the sense of my parents, they had no idea how to like get me involved in the industry and how to put me on. And I'm very blessed and grateful that I had a really nice, wholesome upbringing in Kansas. you know, like very normal, super fun, lots of friends, and it was really safe. And then by the time you're like 15, 16, you're like, oh, alrighty, it's a little too small for me. Now it's time to do it. So yeah, my whole life I was like, I want to do it. I want to be a pop star. I feel as though that's what I'm supposed to do. And I definitely tried different things, different jobs, different career paths, and everything just kept pulling me back to music. And I'm so grateful.
So how did you do that? Like, how did you go from no connections, no contacts, nobody else in your family in the industry? How did you make that leap beyond just the like gumption to do it?
You know, I've learned so much about fear throughout my life, and I have found that you just gotta run right into it and just figure it out. So going from no connections, I mean, the first thing was I moved to New Jersey. I moved in with my dad and spent a lot of time with my family the first summer, which I'll be celebrating 7 years in New York on July
Nice.
1st. Which is like the
Excellent.
best day.
Happy anniversary.
Day right there in the summer, you know, like it's perfect. And so yeah, celebrating 7 years, which is another favorite number of mine. And just kind of figuring it out. I'd say like through Instagram and like meeting different people, or like going out to clubs and meeting different people and like, oh yeah, I make music. Oh cool, I'm a singer. Like let's collaborate. And a lot of times people don't follow through, or people aren't exactly who they say they are, or they don't actually know how to do the things that they're claiming that they, you know how things are. You know, that's life. But it was a lot of that, and like slowly figuring it out, and then like connecting with different photographers online. Okay, hey, let's get together, let's collaborate, let's make some content for you and for me. Because to be in music, it is so expensive. It's expensive to have photo shoots, to make music, like to go into the studio, you're talking time, then the time it takes for the producer to actually like take all of the stems and all of the vocal work that you just did and like organize it and pick the right takes. I mean, it's tedious hours and hours and hours of work. So yeah, of course it's going to be expensive, but when you're starting out, the thing that worked for me was collaborating with other people who also had the dream, had the focus, and they were like, you're going to invest this time, I'm going to invest this time too. And that's how I was able to really like get started.
Do you think you could have done it another way, or that sort of collaboration and working with others is sort of the key for folks now trying to get somewhere to do it, to like kind of band together and say, let's all work together and see what we can do?
Yeah. And I think it is about collaboration. You know, it's, you know, I know this is a really popular like phrase right now, and it's, you know, you're only in competition with yourself. It's true. You are only in competition with yourself. Like you make something great together. It's like 1 + 1 = 3. So when you collaborate with someone, you can usually create something better than what you could have probably done by yourself, or just something different. And it benefits everyone. When you make good art and you make good work and you treat people with love and respect, like all of that is going to come back. It's never like, you can't do it all by yourself. And it comes, you know, it's a trust thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Trust thing too. It's like, can you trust people? I mean, I've had people steal my music and like hold my video footage hostage and have already been paid and then ghost the whole project. You know, it's like that kind of stuff really sucks. But you get burned, and then you got to put a little Neosporin on it, and you got to keep going. You know, you can't let that be the thing that knocks you down. So yeah, not everyone can be trusted, but you do eventually have to have some sort of faith in people and in the people that you're collaborating with, to make good art and to put it out there.
Is it hard to stay so upbeat and positive about the whole process? Because I mean, any job is almost, whether or not they mean to, kind of like wear you down. And anything creative, there's a lot of no you have to go through to get to the yes. How do you stay upbeat and positive and like, let's try this one, maybe this is the thing?
Well, I'm naturally this like very goofy, silly, positive peanut. I'm
That helps. That's what's wrong with me.
That's why you
I'm
can't
always
get there,
like, no matter what, I'm like, I'm always smiling and whatnot. Like always happened since I was, you know, a peanut little girl. But I'd say just, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Like there are some artists who are phenomenal artists and have millions and millions of fans. And like, I think they're great, but I'm not like listening to them 24/7.
Let's name
You know?
them.
No, we're not. Everybody has their favorites. Like right now, like I'm obsessed with the Taylor Swift era's surprise songs, you know? So like I'm in
Mhm.
that mode right now. And like my friend listens to literally 90s rap only. So he's not particularly thrilled that, you know, every time everyone comes over, you know, Taylor Swift is playing, but he's not like, oh, I hate this song. You know,
Right.
it's like everyone has their own style.
But let's
what
put
they-
on Rex and Effects. I hear it. I get it.
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
but I'd say you just got to keep going. Again, it's another moment of like not letting fear or insecurity get to you. And it does get to you and it does sink in and it does hurt. But then it's just like, okay, well, then put out another record or let's collaborate with this person. I mean, I'm trying to think to answer your question fully. What do I do to keep myself upbeat and positive in the face of adversity and negativity? Snuggle with my cats.
Perfect solution.
What are
Snuggle
the
with my
names?
cats, talk to my friends, order in some sushi,
Yep,
watch SpongeBob.
All right.
that all
Those-
makes sense.
Those are little things in life that I found make me really happy and kind of bring me down to earth. And I just know that if it's not over, it's not the end. So that's kind of like, I constantly talk to myself. I also leave like little sticky notes in my refrigerator, in my cabinets, in my mirrors, in my closet that all say different things like trust in the timing of the universe. And like, you know, I trust myself and I bless and release the past. And I'm excited for this new chapter of joy that's coming to my life. And so like, I have these positive things all over my apartment for that reason.
Which I'm sure is also fun when everybody comes over. So everybody's stealing your notes.
No, the best is when people will come over and they'll like, you know, open the door. Oh, can I grab something? Yeah, sure. And there's like a beautifully taped, like framed quote inside the refrigerator next to the milk. They're like, yeah. I'm like, hey, it's working. Something,
Yes.
it's working.
So
It's-
enjoy it. And no, you cannot go through my drawers to see what's in there.
If you need sticky notes, I got you. I got you. I'll just
Like,
start
it's
handing
all
them out.
good.
Quotes for days.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Perfect for everybody. But I think that's a big part of it too, is I think like even what you're saying with the cats and the sushi, like I think sometimes people make everything because it does in the moment feel huge, right? Everything feels huge and pain always feels really huge, even when it's not. But I think that's kind of really important. Like sometimes it is just as simple as just curl up with your pet and eat some really good food, whether it's good for you, bad for you, it doesn't matter. Just enjoy it. And it's going to be all right. But I think people forget, and that's when they lose sight of things and it just spirals out.
I think one thing that I found to be really helpful just with work and then also with relationships is if it's not fun,
Right?
like if you're not having
Mhm.
fun, then you shouldn't be doing it. You know, if
Mhm.
you're not having fun, if like the relationship is not fun anymore, then it's over
Yeah.
or temporarily over, you know, until you can kind of, everyone can work on themselves and see if it's worth it, you know? And that's the
Mhm.
same thing with work and with music and with anything that you're passionate about or that you love. It's like, you have to have fun with it and you have to make fun of yourself, which I do in the song. Did you guys see the music video?
Yes, of course. I went there first. I want the whole thing before.
I'm such a goober. Like it's
That's
like
great.
it's like driving around town and there's like a big truck that's like playing the video and like I'm like chasing after it and I'm just sitting there just laughing at myself. There's like 5 of me and like all different looks and I just was like, wow, the world really gets to see my goofy side, which is true, you know.
But that's perfect. That's the best. It's fun,
Like,
like
I'm
you
cool.
said. Right. It's way cooler to be uncool than to actually be cool. So you got that mastered. You're great. It's perfect.
Thanks.
Where are you, or how are you working on stuff now? Are you looking at putting together a whole record? Is that even how people consume music anymore? Or is it just singles? What is your approach where you go from here? Kind of what else you got in the hopper?
So D. Lawrence and I do have a project, and we are, constantly figuring out, like, he'll wake up one day and be like, I wrote a new song, come to the studio. And I'll be like, okay. And we work so well, like, on the spot together. So he'll be like, okay, sing it like this. And I'll be like, okay. And then I'll, like, sing it my own way. And then we just kind of collaborate like that. So at any moment we could bust out with a new song, for real. Like, we just, at any moment. But yes, we do have several finished songs for the record. And I think that's all I can say about it.
That's exciting though.
Yeah.
It's got to be a great call to get, where it's like, oh, we get to go in and play, essentially.
It's the best, to be like, oh, hey, by the way, 9 a.m. coming to get you. We have studio. And then I'll be like, okay. And I'll get like 3 words. I'll get like 3 phrases, or sometimes nothing at all. I'm gonna go in there and, like, we'll be in the car and he's like, okay, here's the melody. And then that's it. And then sometimes, he'll, like, make things up right there in the moment. We'll change words and whatnot. It's really cool. But I work that way best. I love on the spot. I always did really well in improv with acting, and
Yeah.
I'm good on the fly. So I was like, sweet, let's do it. So that's why we work so well together. But yeah, those are some great phone calls.
That's why you keep saying yes and on the single. Now I get it. Now
Okay.
I get it. The improv.
Oh,
Did you say yes and?
Luke loves
Okay,
the classic
thank you.
yes and.
I love
more than
throwing that
anybody
in.
else.
Yeah.
He yes ands constantly.
Oh, yes. And
And-
it's
the wires just connected.
Yeah,
that's completely
most of us
fine.
blocked that from improv.
Yes.
I love improv, but Luke has just fully embraced it.
Have you always been that way? Always kind of willing and completely content walking in with nothing on a page and kind of going, or like you said, 3 lines or 3 words and just saying, all right, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, totally. I mean, usually when I go into a songwriting session, I try to not bring anything beforehand. I just like to go, I won't list anything, I won't record anything. And then I take my phone with my voice notes, press record, and we'll just kind of let it out. Because the first thing that comes out is usually like the fire, like that, the first initial thought that comes out when you're thinking about a topic, or you're sharing a story, or just like humming a melody. That's typically what I use and what I work with. So I try to, like, save all of it until it comes to the moment. So yeah, I love it. Yes. And
Thank you.
See,
It's so interesting because it's such an interesting way to work, because I feel like so many people work the exact opposite, where they're carrying a notebook and jotting down phrases and stuff. And
takes years.
does it all
to
just
formulate.
does this all just sort of live in your head, where you're like, do you think, oh, this is a good song title, or I've been thinking about this subject, maybe this is something? Is it that synergy with you and your producer, where you're both like, well, we're kind of talking about this as an idea, and I think about it for 3 weeks and come back with something?
yeah, that's exactly what happens. So, like, I'll be like, oh, I went on a date and I, had this situation or whatever, or I like this guy and he ghosted me, or, whatever. And then Darrell will be like, and then, like, suddenly we have a new song, and it's really cool. Like, it's really cool. But I do make notes and, like, jot things down on my phone. I also have several journals and, like, notebooks that I like to write my songs in. And I like to speak in song. I don't really, well, my friends pointed that out. So I'll be talking, I'll be saying something, and they'll be like, that's a song lyric. That's a line in the song. And then I'll be like, oh, you're so right. And I'll go and I'll write those things down. But in general, like, I like to just let it free flow.
Nice.
So interesting. I feel like so many people go the opposite direction and are so precious with everything, and very much like, if this gets away from me, then we're all screwed. But, like, that you're just sort of keeping it in the ether around you. That's got to be kind of, I mean, it's certainly a different approach, and it sort of feels like you're sort of always surrounded by your songs in some way, or what will become a song.
Yeah, my life is a song. It's
Hear
true.
your entrance and exit music all the time.
Yeah, that's what you want,
It's-
Heidi, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Totally is.
Dude, same. I have my theme
Yes.
song.
Yes.
Like, I live in my own movie, but it's weird. I don't know where I got that from.
Oh,
That
I'm
had to have
exactly the
been-
same.
I mean, I loved Barney as a kid and, sing along videos and Disney. I'm always in a gown. Like I love getting
That's
all
probably it. It's all the Disney. Disney will do it to us.
the magic.
Yes, the magic.
Like, ooh, I got the magic.
Yes, exactly.
So, but it's like, they like get you when you're young and then you
Right.
grow up in this
But then I
dream.
don't
But
ever want to change it. Like I want to.
I'm so blessed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to get rid of it. I'm like, this is
No.
great. Like, keep that magic, right? There's so much craziness and negativity in the world. It's like, live in your own reality show, live in your own movie, your own
Yes,
song.
always. Always. It's the only way to be. Everyone's missing out. They're not hanging out in our movies.
Right?
Mhm. Yes.
So have you gotten the chance to hear this in a room full of people in a club and see the reaction?
So yes, we've leaked it like a few times at different parties and events. And where'd you go? And tonight I'm gonna be performing. I'm doing a pop-up performance this evening in the city.
Very
Nice.
nice.
So I'm gonna really see how everyone feels
Is it a
about
secret location or is it public that people know you're going to be there?
it. It is public. I'm gonna be at 9 Jones tonight.
Nice.
Very
So
nice.
I'll be at the Independent Music Awards today. And then after that, my friend is DJing at 9 Jones, and then I'm gonna go and do a little pop-up of Shake This.
Excellent. That's
Very
awesome.
nice.
That'll be very fun.
You guys
That's-
are invited.
Thank you. If we could get there,
If we
we'd
could
be
get there, yeah.
in a second.
Seems like a great way to start your weekend.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just shake.
Yes. Constantly.
That's it. Yeah.
Just constantly shake. Just
Yeah.
Constantly shake.
Shake it
Yeah.
up.
But the good kind. Not the like I'm
Meaningful
cold
shake.
kind.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Not like
Yeah.
I'm freezing. Get me
I'm
a
scared,
blanket. Right.
Like Scooby-Doo kind of. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we
That's
do have to,
usually
like-
how I'm shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the thing. Knowing when to shake or
And how to
shaking all
shake.
the time and knowing the difference.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
shake now so you don't shake later.
Exactly. See,
yes.
that's perfect.
There you go.
There's your
That's it.
follow up.
Yes.
Dale, enséñame cómo es bailar. Break it down.
Shake This by Sasha Prendes is available right now wherever you get your music. For more information, check out her website, sashaprendes.com. She's also on Twitter, where she's at Sasha Prendes, and on Facebook, facebook.com/I am Sasha Prendes.
You can check us out on all the various socials. Be sure to visit our website at rockandrollgradschool.com, and don't forget to leave us a review.
Today's show is produced by myself and Heidi Hegquist. Our reluctant producers are John Sauvé and Sandy Stone. Our willing producers are Rachel Allen and Randy Jeanette. Our intern is Zach Jackson. This one's for Philippe. Thank you, good night, and may all your favorite bands stay together.